Exfiltration has defied multiple summons to withdraw from her Mechanicus facility on Avarax, and we do not know why. Captain Akaran has tasked me to aid in your retrieval of the Magos biologist before the Tyranids completely engulf the mining base, causing unnecessary loss of data.
Meridian will see it done, Magos.
Atmospheric conditions are suboptimal to mission deployment and evacuation. This is as close as I can get you to the Longinus Gamma facility.
Trigon encounter.
Take heed, Viridian. Trigon target acquisition vectors are unknown. Best to keep moving and stay together. Projecting a sense of tactical dominance may deter it from attacking. For now.
Advance! If the Xenos tunnel beast tries to hold us, cut through it! Secure this position! Do not stall here! Move! Reposition and refocus. Found some of the jittery bastards. Replenished and ready. Throwing frag grenade! Swapping out magazine. Tyranids aim to make a meal of us. The beasts dare not challenge us here. Arming up. Reloading! Do not stall here! Move! We can make a stand here! Damned venom! All these dead Tyranids are a welcome sight. Magazine out, magazine in. Watch for the tunnel beast! Conserve ammunition. The Trigon is not our objective.
Indeed, Viridian. Unless the Tyranid Barrow devours the target, its extermination is not mission critical. A lift station lies just ahead, Meridian. Consider Considering the Trigon's presence is incidental to our objective, utilize the lift to reroute closer to Metrian's keep.
We have eyes on the lift platform. Xenos scattered mines. Reloading. Replenish and ready. Take what you can carry. Fill your packs, brothers.
I have summoned the transport at the request of Remain patient. Transport.
Perplexing. I have transmitted no authorizations.
Location security indefensible. Reposition frequently to compensate.
Error status incomprehensible. Begins, ceases. Begins, ceases.
We move until the lift arrives. Arming up.
Heavy fire recommended.
Lift has arrived.
Get in, brothers! Hurry!
Ignoel Metrian welcomes you to Longinus Gamma Bio Research Facility. Please do not disturb the lift. It would be a waste. I have no music to play while you descend. Use the silence to contemplate your futile, brutal existence in service to a desiccated cause.
Skull logged into mission report.
Viridian, the servo skull is enslaved to an unknown master. I am...
This is why I do not trust tech priests.
A suggestion, abandon Gallio's misguided vendetta against the Magos biologists. Do you know what Gallio and Metrian achieved together in the past? Ask about Project Zeta 6 if you ever speak to him again.
Since courage.
No pope and no brains.
Walls appear unbreachable by the Trigon.
Expect the Tyranids to have breached further into the facility than we were briefed.
Arming up. Xenos, draw down and purge. I shall be claiming this. Reloading. Unleashing crack grenade. Stay there, running. Line up behind me to answer that servo skull mission complete.
They go set to ignore the servo skull.
Now, magazine in.
Execution, decapitation, desiccation, defenestration, dismembering. Dissection. Would you like to hear more?
That is all! Did the enemy run out of rippers? Smells like fresh munitions. Trigon desires battle, we will unleash war. No matter its size, it will still die at our hands.
I was worried you had fallen victim to Metrian's mastery of malphonic disruptive frequencies, but now the uncomfortable sensation associated with relief cools my remaining skin. Be warned, Viridian. Metrian cannot hope to stand against you alone, so she will lie and stall in hope the Xenos swarm will devour you. Case in point, she has enslaved that servo skull as a crude mouthpiece. But give her word zero credibility for the mission's sake. And your own. Statis. The facility is well stocked in mining gear. Requisition melter charges to eradicate the tunnels and halt the infestation.
Cauterize those festering holes with molten hatred. Magazine out, magazine in. Light their tunnels ablaze with melter charges. On tyranny. This will broil their synapses.
02 requisition.
Collapse their rancid crawlways.
Burn the flesh from the Xenos! Reloading!
Place the melters in the hive tunnels.
You are warned of a redundant system gridlock by bureaucracy and climate violation.
Annihilate tyranny.
Eradicate the burst from the tunnels!
Utilize melter tactics to negate Xenos' presence.
Altitude and thermal tactics.
Melter charge deployment approved.
Swapping out magazines.
Sear the hive burrow shut. Melter charge deployment approved. Xenos crawlways seared shut.
Fill your packs, brothers! Do not get
Inside the facility, you'll find Metrian cowering in her Data Enclave.
Galio, old friend of mine. If you missed our binaric discourses, you could have sent communication. I observe you still pathetically cling to views of soft tissue. Remember, meat lacks efficiency, whereas metallic alloys stave off corrosion and degradation for far longer.
How far you have fallen, Noel, that I must drag you back into the light.
Replenished and ready. Regroup on me.
Three meat lackeys seems like overkill, Galio. You think too highly of me. These poor, inert variables shall perish here, devoured by the Tyranids, and you do not care.
Mitrian shut down power to the uplink terminals. You must resupply the generator with a backup power cell. She hopes the Tyranids will annihilate you, but she underestimates the second company.
I keep telling the quartermaster we should deploy with standard power cells.
I beseech you, Galio, bear witness to the summation of our divine arithmetic from long ago. Remember Project Zeta 6?
As my theorems predicted, your life vector has converged with renegade factors, and Zeta 6 was a waste of computational resources and one perfectly good Grox. Surrender now, and perhaps leniency can be granted. After the might grows, of course.
You are a redundant functionary. Your Astarte shall die here, alone, in the dark.
Swapping out magazine. Magazine out, magazine in. Power cell power.
Require power, brothers.
May the hive mind howl at their defeat. Reloading.
Light and darkness. How easily flesh parts deceive their perception.
Disrupt her attempts to connect with the facility's network. Mitrian will seize any opportunity to damage crucial data, which would deem this mission a failure. Do not let her connect to the consoles.
I will gladly rip the range from these sockets.
I am copies of copies. enemies, backups of backups, and I degrade not. You have already fallen.
First console, brothers.
Swapping out magazine. Connection permanently severed.
Return to Metrian's containment unit. See, Metrian, the more you thrash, the deeper you set our hooks.
Brain open heights. Still your mind. Finished and ready. Arming up. Reeks of icon and toxins. Tyranids. Swatted the bulbous bastard out of the sky.
These tender clods of Astartes' flesh have accomplished nothing, Gallia. My machinations are already achieving my designs. You are fools, peasants.
Silence, Metrian. Meridian, confirm possession of her quivering mass of computational gray matter.
Tending to my wounds. Magazine out, magazine in. I hold the tech priest's ranger, and I'm resisting the urge to smash it.
Pilot, Meridian is ready for evacuation.
Sending updated extraction coordinates to you now, Viridian.
I shall be claiming this. Check that spot. Acknowledged. tyranny threat. That will teach you to sneak up on the starters. Swapping out magazine. Cut their call for help short. The one requesting aid is no more! Tyranids have no eye for tactical avarice. Crack grenade deployed! Reloading! Very disciplinary. Arming up. Swapping out magazine. Ordnance of Xenos, field! Do not get turned around!
I cannot land with that burrowing abomination lurking about. Deep scans have penetrated the atmospheric disturbances and Metrian's meddling code. Try despite the odds.
Magos, can you tell us why Metrian believed she could survive the Xenos?
Ignoel Metrian and the historical dataset she possesses are for Mechanicus eyes only. But rest assured, she is in trustworthy hands now. You have my gratitude for your efforts, and I shall recommend some honorifics for your service, of course. There is much to pass, much to learn, and much to reminisce about.